everybody. It's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Friday. I am here with your energy check-in. Now, what we're doing is we're looking at what energy masculine and feminine are in at this time as related to each other. Okay, what God and Goddess energy are they in? And then we're going to be looking at what energy they need to be in for union with each other. And I can't tell you, I'm like super shocked. Okay, well, I mean, I shouldn't be shocked because, look. Anyway, I'm going to give you all a spoiler alert. For feminine, here's an ace. For feminine, here's an ace. For masculine, here's an ace. And then for feminine's guidance, the ace. For masculine, we have the number 2 card, the High Priestess. So it just feels like, I mean, look at all these aces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 aces and a number 2 card, which is a High Priestess. It's like, and then having the Magician with the High Priestess, which are those counterparts of each other. Like, I'm just like, I'm already wowed. And I haven't even started channeling this message yet. So I'm just like, holy cow, like this is some big news about where masculine and feminine are as related to each other and as related to what energy they need to be in for union. So it just feels like there are these massive new beginnings that are going to occur. I also feel like there is the significant energy about mastery that is occurring and taking place right now. You know, we are headed into the full moon on the 5th. The full moon is in Leo. Leo is that energy of power, okay? Leo is the energy of confidence and courage, and it just feels like it's going to be very significant for this collective, okay? So now just remember, right, we start to feel the full moon or any new moon, full moon energies a few days beforehand up until a few days after, right? It is just that full moon is not, the day of the full moon is not the only day that we feel the energies, right? That's the peak of the energy, but we start to feel it before and we start to feel it after, okay? So it just feels like there's some massive energy that's coming through right now. I feel like it has a lot to do with, you know, your own confidence, your own courage, about your own inner knowing, about, you know, your own inner guidance. It's about feeling good about yourself. I just feel like for divine masculine and feminine, I just feel like there's some huge things coming. So before we get started, before I just kind of dig deep into this bottom of the deck, have you guys joined the Soul Circle? What is going on? We have members. I love that we have members, but I just feel like I would have expected a little bit more, from based on the feedback that I've gotten from a lot of you, looking for community, looking for support. And, you know, I'm very grateful for the members that we have at this time, but I just feel like, look, this wellness center, this Soul Circle is only good as, you know, the circle of souls that are, the amount of souls that are in it, okay? And so I ask you to please consider joining this wellness center, join the Soul Circle. For the month of February, I am offering the Instagram story reading, or just that 1 question reading, which is like the Instagram story reading, for free if you join at the VIP level. And that's a $40 value. So basically you would be getting the membership for the Soul Circle for essentially like a little over $20. And I feel like that is of a huge value given the amount of support and workshops that you would be, that would be available to you, okay? One workshop is typically anywhere from $60 to $80 depending on content and time. And this Soul Circle, for 1 month, you get many workshops. So I would really ask that you please take a look at the Soul Circle. I'm going to add the link here. And then also I'm going to attach a video at the end that gives you some insight about the Soul Circle and how the Soul Circle came to be. And in that video, I give you an inside look, a sneak peek into the Soul Circle. Now, let's go ahead and look at the bottom of the deck for Divine Feminine, Sheila Nagig, okay, which is Gateways. So when this card comes out, this is all all about this energy of a new pathway that is opening up. So there is absolutely a new path that is opening up for feminine as related to masculine. But this is all about the energy that is saying, feminine, you are protected. Oh my God, look at this. It is at a very special angel number time that I am actually taping this. This is crazy. Okay, so new pathway is opening up to divine feminine and her connection with masculine. Spirit wants you to know you're protected and that this passage, this gateway is close, that you're about to pass through this gateway. And this gateway is going to change you. So don't like be afraid to open up and be vulnerable. So now, what's interesting about Sheila Naguig, okay, if you guys don't know about her, she was depicted as a woman that shows her genitals, okay, and she's most likely to appear upon gateways and windows and doorposts. And although some depictions of her are a little confrontational at glance, right, if you can imagine if she's showing her genitals, right, it's really about that energy of that sacral chakra. It's about that vulnerability. It's about that energy where, there's this magical, feminine, fertile energy. It's like this energy of passage when you think of, the womb, like that energy of the yoni. That's a passage. That's a passage of birth. That's a passage where you also receive and you have that sacred sexuality with someone else, that sacred energy exchange that you have. And so this divine feminine, it's almost like she's doing work with her yoni. She may be healing the womb. She may be healing her sacral chakra. But this is absolutely balancing out. Look at this justice card. Truth, clarity. Look at this is the number 11. I'm sorry, this is the number 10, which is a 1. It's another number 1. So it's just this energy of her healing, her connecting to her vulnerability and her femininity. It is her connecting to that sacred energy of magic. So it just really feels like divine feminine. You're about to pass through a gateway, and you're also creating a new gateway for your connection as you heal the sacral chakra, as you heal your own womb, your own yoni, right? So if there's been any issues, with your menstrual cycles or anything like that, it just feels like there's some sort of clearing that is occurring as you are healing. So let's go ahead and continue with divine feminine's energies, and then we'll go into masculine. So what energy is divine feminine in at this time as related to her divine masculine? Amaterasu, self-esteem. So when she comes up in a reading, she's all about this energy where feminine is like, you know what? I'm enough. I am enough. I am everything. So her energy towards her masculine right now is like, you know what? I'm enough. I'm worthy. I am vulnerable. I am magical. I am divine feminine. Right? She knows that she is this beacon of light. She knows that she is this goddess. This also could be the energy of her working on herself and working on her self-esteem to build up her confidence, to build up her self-worth. Maybe something has happened in the past between her and masculine that has maybe shaken her confidence a little bit. Maybe it's affected her vulnerability, and it affected her sacral chakra. So it just kind of feels like that there is a balancing out that is occurring as divine feminine gets more and more into her self-esteem and into her confidence. She's starting to overcome. She's not arrogant. She's not narcissistic. She's not sitting there saying, oh, my masculine is in love with me. That is my biggest pet peeve when people just say it like that. Like as if like it's kind of like there's an energy of ego behind it. When you say your masculine is in love with you, it is also because you are in love with your masculine. Do you see the difference between how I'm saying it and how when someone says, oh, I know he's in love with me? There is this energy of arrogance in that manner. But when you're saying something like, I love my masculine and I know my masculine loves me. That is an energy of heart center. So she's very much working on her self-esteem. She's working on her self-confidence. She's maybe working on her physical body. She may be healing her yoni. She may be healing and purging, rejection issues, abandonment issues. And we have the Ace of Wands. It's happening quickly for her. Why? This healing, this self-esteem, she's motivated, she's passionate. Things are healing quickly, which means the gateway is opening quickly. True balance is coming in. She may be attracting a lot of different people and energies. And I'm not just talking about men, I'm talking about friends and family and manifestation of abundance. She's very much in this energy of feeling really good about herself, knowing that she's worthy, knowing that she's valuable, knowing that she's a creator, and she's passionate about herself. Good for her. What energy does she need to be in order to be in union with masculine? Aphrodite. And look it says self-love. You cannot be in a love relationship or in a union with masculine unless you love yourself first, unless you are embodying this energy of Aphrodite, the goddess. That love comes first when you are loving yourself. So build that love of self from the inside out. You only fear when you have low self-esteem, when you have lack of self-love and acceptance. And then envy and jealousy and all these other crappy things come into play, right? Lower energies come into play. But she is a goddess of romantic love, but her primary lesson is self-love. And we have the Magician again. Well, not again, but it's coming up again. So it just really feels like the energy that she needs to be in union with masculine, is she's got to love herself. She's got to know that she's a creator. She's a manifester. She is a master. She is a goddess. She lacks nothing. She lacks nothing. And when you feel that about yourself, others will feel that about you. And that is the energy. And notice we have two A's. Amaterasu and Aphrodite. And then we have two ones. That's not a coincidence that we have the first letter of the alphabet and the first number. I know it's 0, but first number in numerology. Along with this energy of justice at the bottom of the deck, which is a number 10, which is a 1. So I'm going to do the guidance last. Let's go ahead and look at divine masculine's energy. Okay, divine masculine's energy towards his feminine. Bottom of the deck is Apollo. Oh my God, here's another letter A. Oh my God, sorry, I get all enthusiastic when Spirit keeps like telling me the same things over and over again. I mean, I don't know, like if your names begin with A's or something like that, but here we go. Inquiry. Apollo. So masculine's bottom of the deck is he needs to look for the truth in a situation. He has to look for the truth within himself. He has to look for the truth within his connection with his feminine. He's got to ask questions. He's got to ask questions. He's got to answer questions. He's got to uncover things. He's got to connect with feminine. I've been telling you guys, there's something he's skirting. He's not bringing the total truth to the table. I've been saying that. Apollo is the healer and he's the god of music, right? So when Apollo comes in, right, it's this energy where he's got to look within and then he's got to seek outside of himself as well. So Apollo, sometimes, when he's in the shadow, he doesn't trust himself. He thinks all the answers to the problem are outside. I'm going to do everything on the outside. And he's consulting a lot of people and doing a lot of things, but no, he's got to remember that even though we can get good advice from other people, he's got to go within first. He has to go inside himself first, and that's listening to his inner guide, his own inner masculine, his own inner feminine, his own higher self. So it's very important that he seek guidance within himself and not look for outside gratification or answers. So For divine masculine, 10 of Pentacles, right? Apollo, 10 of Pentacles. He's looking outside of himself for abundance, for something long-term. But he's got to go within himself and feel abundant. He's got to go within himself to find his abundance, to know that he is worthy of building something long-term, of leaving a legacy. Okay? So it just really feels like divine masculine. Like, you know, look how this yellow, this is like the sun god energy, right? Like in his role of sun god and light giver, right? Apollo is shining. He's shining. He's looking for illumination, but the illumination first needs to come from within him. That's him connecting to his inner feminine, his own intuition, his own inner high priestess about what he should be doing long term. So now, what energy is he in right now as related to masculine? Raw. Look at, here's another kind of A. So maybe like, do your names like R and A? I don't know. Like this is like trip with all these A's and ones and blah, blah, blah. Okay, raw. It's power. So he's definitely in this energy where he knows that he feels powerful. When he's connecting with his feminine, he feels light. He feels illuminated. He feels powerful. He feels vital. So Ra is the embodiment of power. He's creative power. He's solar power. He's power in leadership. He's powerful physically. So when Ra comes up, the energy that he's in is as related to his feminine. He's feeling powerful in her light. I feel like that's because she's giving him light. She's giving him power. But remember, he's got to find his own. So Ra, he's coming to life again. But the thing is, when she pulls away, if she pulls away, he can feel drained. He can feel powerless because he's not getting his own light. But I love that we have the Magician, number 1. And that's exactly the energy that feminine needs to be in for union. And he's in this energy right now. He is becoming this master of himself, this master of power to be in this union with feminine. But he's got to shift the energy instead of, feeling vital and healthy and powerful because his feminine is in his life, or he's connecting to his feminine, his outer feminine. He's got to find that light within and connect to his own inner feminine, his own inner light. And that's what he's working on, because he needs to be the masculine energy as the magician. She's the high priestess. The counterpart to the high priestess is the magician, the number 1, the number 2. So he's very much in this energy where he needs to connect to the sun. And it's very interesting, right? We are at the midway point of coming into that sun's energy. The days are getting a little bit longer again. We're almost out of the winter season. Granted, we have 6 more weeks left, but the sun is out more. And so I feel like in his energy towards his feminine, he is absolutely connecting to his power, but coming into his mastery to create his own light. Now, what is the energy that he needs to be in order to be in union with his feminine? Prometheus, altruism. Okay, now, so do you guys know what altruism means? Altruism is about being selfless, right? Making decisions that are not just good for you, not just good for me, self-serving. No, that's not it. Altruism is making decisions and doing things that are good for everyone. And it's about this energy of not being this victim or this martyr and self-sacrificing, but there's a healthy balance of good for me and good for you. So the energy that he needs to be in is this energy of, I want to be happy, but I want my feminine to be happy too. Right? Because it almost feels like he's been so self-serving because she's been giving of self. Now that she's pulling into her energy of self-esteem and self-love, he's like, whoa, I got to find my own light, and I have to make sure that when I come forward to my feminine, I'm looking at both of us, her needs and my needs. I love that energy, and it's clarified by the high priestess. This is what he knows when he's connecting to his inner feminine. He knows that to connect to his outer feminine, he's got to connect to his inner masculine, his outer masculine, his inner feminine, to be in union with his outer feminine. Like, oh my God, you cannot make this up. I get tripped out every time I like read sometimes right now. I'm like, whoa. So this is very important, that he starts to have more consideration for his divine feminine and what divine feminine needs. He needs to absolutely be in this energy of balance within his own inner masculine and inner feminine in order to have a union as an outer masculine with his outer feminine. Oh my God, you cannot make this up. Okay, so don't forget to join the Soul Circle, people. Gonna put the link at the end. Okay, what is the guidance for masculine and feminine? Guidance is Knight of Cups. There's this energy of romance, falling in love, but there's also been a lack of balance in a relationship. She's been giving. He's been taking. But there's love here, but there needs to be balance when we move forward. Feminine's guidance from Spirit is Magician. You have everything you need to manifest this union. You have everything that you need to feel abundant, to feel love for yourself. Spirit is reminding you, feminine, that you are already the magician. You are already the master. You've mastered your masculine. You've mastered your feminine. In order to be in union, you need to continue to be in this energy of good self-esteem and self-love. You need to know when to pull away. You need to know when to move forward. You know what you need to do to be successful on your journey. Guidance for masculine, 7 of Cups. Make a choice, dude. Stop procrastinating or overanalyzing. Like, I'm not making it up. The card says this. Make a choice. Stop procrastinating. Stop overanalyzing. Get clarity on what you want, what you desire, and move forward. Too many choices, too many addictions. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. Get rid of the chaos that ensues when you're not in your mastery. Make a choice. Make a decision, masculine. It's time. If you guys want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, go to queenoflight1111.com. And don't forget, for this month only, February, if you join the Soul Circle as a VIP member, you'll get a free Instagram story reading, or I will email you your answer to your 1-question reading, all in the month of February for free if you join at the VIP level. Have a wonderful day. Have a great weekend. Happy full moon. Bye.